It is market week and we have a ton of items to tag today because tomorrow is the day that I set up for my market and I need to still do a mock setup. If you're new here, hi, I'm Alicia. I own a crochet boutique called Austria Crochet, and today is the day that we are going to do a mock setup, tag our items, and talk about the inventory that we were able to prep during this month and a half, and then the total value of inventory that I'll be bringing to my market. That is the first market of 2026. We were able to prep some things like these cute little baby doll bunnies and some other things together, but a lot of things I was not able to prep due to having so many custom orders within my Etsy shop. So whatever I have is what I'm going to be bringing to the market, and that is going to have to just get me through for this one market. I have another month to prep and plan, so we will be able to make more inventory. I have so many items still from last year that even though I do remember what I have, I'm not quite sure how my table is going to look. And we have a couple of new things for our display. So I thought we could do a mock setup together so we can kind of talk our way through how we want our setup to look and get it all looking the way we hope to. That way it doesn't waste too much time on market day when we actually do set up. I don't always do a mock setup, but I like to do it at the beginning of the year as I remember what inventory I have and what it should look like. So let me show you the things first that I did prep. You did see in a vlog that we were working on this little bunny together. So if you haven't watched that, I'll tag it below. It was like a cozy day. This was actually a pattern test. We have the pink one and then the little farmer's market one. So all of these bunnies are ready to go. I actually still need to do the tail on the overalls, and I still need to make a little tail for the green guy, and the tail looks like this on the little pink bunny, so I still need to add a tail. That will be tonight's goal. Other things that I was able to work on that are already tagged are the little whimsy bunnies. I have 4 of them total. 2 of them are in 2 different other colors. We have this one and then gray cloud. We did that in an Etsy video. And then you saw me crochet the cute little Briar Bear with her strawberry purse. That was made for the market. I don't think I ever fully showed you guys, but I did crochet the little monkey snuggler, and he has a little banana. He's so sweet and so cute. I'm really excited to take a little monkey to the market. I get a lot of questions asked about, do I have a monkey? And if I've ever crocheted one. And so this is actually my first monkey that I've crocheted, and I think he turned out so cute. So he's already tagged, so I don't need to tag him, but I wanted to show you what we also made. I forgot about these. I forgot that I made a little Coda Kitty, little mini plushie, and the Maeve Mouse mini plushie. I just threw all of my current makes in a bag and tagged them, and kind of definitely forgot about those guys. So we made those. I forgot that we made Morse and the Moose, and he actually doesn't have a tag, so I need to set him out so I can still tag him. And then we have 5 of the Mallard Cuddle Critters. 3 of them have safety eyes, and 2 of them have the sleepy eyes, and they are rattles. So those are all tagged and ready to go. So that's everything that's in my bag for tagged. Let me show you the items that I have that still need to be tagged, that we did also work on a little bit together for market prepping. It wasn't much, honestly. I just squeezed in market prep wherever I could within orders. And so I don't have a ton of things that I market prepped, but we do have some things. So then the items in this bag here that we have 4 of the hatching chicks. I did have 5 hatching chicks, but I had the custom order for the woodland tweed, and I just pulled inventory and used it instead of crocheting one from start to finish, and that way it could go out much sooner for the order that I had with it. So I just have 4 hatching chicks. My birch yarn did come in. I just don't know if I have any time to crochet that last hatching chick. If you haven't watched my vlog, I think it's in the last vlog, I made a 6th hatching chick. However, I was running out of birch yarn, and I wanted to make sure I was going to have enough for orders before my yarn came in. So I only made 5, but then I gave the woodland tweed to the order that it came with. So now I just have 4 hatching chicks, which is really okay. It's going to be fine. So we have 4 hatching chicks. And then what you didn't see is that I prepped 5 of the mini bees. This is the pattern from Emmy Sue Designs. It's a free little bee pattern that she has. And instead of crocheting the wings and then sewing them on, I just half double crochet the wings into 1 stitch. I think there's a total of 5 half double crochets, and then I just tuck in the end, so it makes it much quicker. But we have 5 little bees here. I'm not going to get them all out. There's 5. And then we have 8 of the hatching carrots, which we did prep together, and then I finished in another vlog. It was a day in the life behind the scenes cozy crochet. So we have 8 of the hatching bunnies. There's 2 out of 4 colors that are the same. And then what else did we crochet? Oh, we crocheted a little brie ballerina mouse in white. And then we have the little chicken. This also matches the bunny. So the little baby doll that looks like he's wearing a little cute little costume, we have him as well. That also needs to be tagged. So we're going to go ahead and tag items, and then I can chat with you guys about the number of items that I crocheted and the total value that we are going to be bringing for this prepping. I don't have the total value of inventory that I have previously. So I have more inventory that's already tagged, but I don't know the value of that, and I'm not going to tally that up. I'm just going to tally up what's here in what we prepped the last 1.5 months. So let's go ahead and get busy with tagging. Okay, here are my tags that I use. I use the template from Cameron's Cute Creations. It's a free template on her YouTube channel. I'll link it down below for you guys. She literally walks you through how to make it, how to put your logo on, what that you could put down here for your social media. And then on the back, she also kind of talks about like what you could put back here. I did recently change this little section because I always end up just checking hand wash and lay flat to dry, because those are my 2 favorite ways to take care of my crochet makes, and that's how I would hope that people would take care of their makes as well. I do know that life gets busy with littles, and sometimes we just need to machine wash on gentle. What I did was I just took what I wrote on my care cards that I usually put in my shipping package directions, and I made a different care card on the back for right here, and that way I don't have to keep checking anymore, and then it's a really good way to explain how to take care of their item. I don't currently have that right now. I ordered it and it should be here soon, but I still have a lot of these tags that I can use and go through. So I will have to go onto my square to find the SKU number. This is what it looks like for one of my Fable friends. And then that's the name that I gave it, Fable Friends, even though it's from the Fable collection. And then I wrote down the different variations of animal. So it currently says I have 2 mice on hand, but with this one that makes 3. So I'm just going to go in and change it. I'm going to click on it and click stock received, and I received 1 more because I made 1 more, which is now going to give me a total of 3. So I have 3 mice. I don't have any bunnies. I don't have any dogs. I don't have any cats. I did have a cat, but I gave it to my niece for her birthday, and she absolutely loved it. I have 1 chicken and 1 bird left. So that's what we're going to write. And then my SKU number is right here. It's literally a number I just designated to each product. I just start with 1 product, label it 1, go to the next product. This would be 2. And so on. There's not any specific rhyme or reason. If I crocheted something new, I just pick the next number next in line. So don't overthink that part at all. This number ended up being 173 because that was the next item in line. So I'm going to write my price, which is $28. And then I also have plus sales tax. So the $28 does not include sales tax. I'm going to check. We're going to hand wash and lay flat to dry. There's not a size on here. I guess I could write Fable Friend, or I could put Brie Mouse, but I'm not going to. That's a lot of extra handwriting when you have a lot of things going on. And then down here in the corner, I'm going to write the SKU number. So it's number 173. That way when I'm checking out, I can just type in this number instead of typing in Fable Friends and then looking for it. This number will bring it up so much quicker when I'm checking out. I used to have the SKU number right here, but people were mistaking it, thinking it was the price of the product. And so there was a lot of miscommunication about that. So I decided last year, at the beginning of last year, I was just going to start writing it here in this little corner, and it ended up working fine because then clearly they can see the price, and then this number is just for me. So let me show you what that looks like on my square. If I was going to check someone out, this is what it would look like. Or you could use the keypad to type in your price. If you type in the price, it won't pull from your inventory. It'll say custom order when you are actually looking at your reports. So I'm going to go to library and I'm going to search my item, and it was $173, which is immediately going to bring up Fable Friends. And then I can click on it. I can click that they wanted a mouse. And then since I sell out a variety of different markets, I have different tax rate percentages. So this weekend I'm going to be selling at Clinton. So I'm just going to turn all of these off. Otherwise it'll charge sales tax for all of these percentages. So I'm going to make sure I only have Clinton sales tax rate on, and then I'll add it to their cart. I can review their sale, and it will say there's the Fable mouse friend for $28. The sales tax is $243. If you want to make sure that you got the actual right sales tax, you can just tap on tax and it'll show up that it was for Clinton, and then save, and then it would charge $3.40. I think some people believe Square is only for card purchases, but you can actually track your cash purchases as well. If they're paying with a card, you'll just insert your Square card reader here at the bottom and swipe their card. If they're paying with cash, you're just going to type cash. If they gave you the exact amount, you can just click tender, or if they gave you a different amount, then you can type in the amount here. So let's say they gave me $40. You click tender and it will tell you the amount of cash to give back. So you don't have to guess or anything like that, or bring an extra calculator. It tells you how much to give back to them every single time. And then you'll just clear out of it and go back to your inventory, like keypad part. I'm not going to press tender because it'll show up in my report that I made a sale, and I don't want that to happen. I will try to show you this at the market so you can see when people do cash or card purchases, and kind of what that looks like on this side, because I've gotten a lot of questions about how does Square work, how can I track cash and card, and things like that. So I'm going to click out of this. If they also had a second item from here, you could just type in the next number. I'm going to do the B, and it would also do the same thing. So here's their, if they were checking out two different things. So I hope this gives you a little bit of insight of how it looks for Square when you are getting ready to check someone out. This tax is too much because I didn't turn off the tax for the B's. So you can do that either here and clicking X. Oops. If you accidentally click the wrong, like exit out the wrong sales tax, you can click reset and it'll bring them all back. So it's never completely gone. And then we'll exit out all of this. And that way now the sales tax is for both the B and the Fable Friends. And only Clinton now shows up. And then we could charge. Okay, let's go ahead and tag the rest of our items. I just use a safety pin to attach all of my items with. And then they're all done. I usually like to put it somewhere in the front, but also kind of out of the way. My favorite spot is usually always on the right side. So we're just gonna clip this in, and then it'll hang like this, and that way it's like out of the way, but they can flip it over and quickly see how to care for it, how much it is, and flip it back over and move on with their day if it's not within their budget or what they were expecting. So there is one done. Let's go ahead and tag the rest. Since we have 4 hatching chicks here, I'm gonna lay out 4 cards, and that way it's super easy and quick to just kind of batch prep, and then I won't clip them all on until all 4 of them are written. Okay, I went to go tag the Morrison Moose and I realized I actually don't have an item in here, and I know someone was asking about how to set that up. So you're just going to go to your items on Square. You can click this little 3 dot right here and then go to items in the category, go to all items, and then create an item. I'm gonna name this Morrison Moose, and it's the Mama Made Minis plushie. And then you don't need to add a description. I wanted all the sales taxes to be applied, that way no matter where I'm selling at, it can be sold. Categories, I just like to break my items up based on what they are. So snugglers, plushies, wearables. Mia has her bracelets if it's fall, Christmas, or blankets, and that just gives me an idea for a report of how many, like which items made more in the sales for the market, whether I sold more plushies, more snugglers. It's a very quick view. This is a plushie, so that's what we're going to add. I'm going to click done. And then this is the price and inventory. This is the SKU number that I talked to you guys about. I'm just going to give it the next number that's in line. However, I have so many items that I'm not quite sure what is the next number. So I'm just going to have to kind of play around and double check the numbers. I think I'm around 201. Yes, 200 is the Crochet Baby Bonnie. Are we at, I guess I didn't scroll up far enough, 245. 245 is Itty Palin. 247. 247 is also already taken. 251 is Briar the Bear. 252. Okay, so my next number is 252 because 251 is Briar Bear, but it doesn't pop up that 252 is already you. So this guy is going to be number 252 in the list. Sorry, that took a long time, but we got it. And then the price, I usually charge about $60 for the little plushies, and stock on hand, we have 1. And then that is all. Then we're going to click save and it will create the item. So that's how you create the item if you are interested in trying to set up this little account. And then when I type into, what number did I give it? 252. There he is. You can also add a picture for him, but I'm not going to do that at this time. So let's go ahead and write his tag now. Okay, we got everything tagged and ready to go so that we can set up for the mock setup for what our market is going to look like this weekend. And so let's go over all the details now. So I wrote everything down in my little journal, and overall we have a total of 35 items that I crocheted for the market between January into the end of February. And that gave me a total of $912 for the market, which I'm really proud of because I honestly didn't think that it was going to be that high based on just the amount that I have. But I've currently filled up an entire big bag of inventory. I had it in several different small bags, but now seeing all of my items within this large tote makes me feel really excited and that I actually have some inventory. Here is the big bag of items that we use, and it is currently filled to the top. So we definitely have some items that we will be able to offer at the market, which I'm really excited for, because honestly, between looking at all the orders and looking at the amount of time that I really had to prep, I just did not feel like I had enough, but I do have enough and everything's going to be okay. And it's just for this one market, and I'll have another month to prep. So I'm giving myself grace. I'm letting myself relax and just take a deep breath, because we did it, and whatever we have to bring is going to be totally fine. Honestly, no one even knew what we were going to bring or what I wanted to make, but I'm really excited to do the mock setup. So let's go ahead and get our things out. We're going to be doing the setup in my driveway, just so that I have enough space. The market is an inside market, and so I don't need my tent. So I'm really just going to be setting up my table and my tablecloth so I can get an idea of what that looks like. I purchased a new tablecloth, so I'm really excited to see if what I had envisioned is actually going to work out, because I don't know if it is or not. If it's not, I'll just use the current tablecloths that I have and it will be okay. But I bought a new layered tablecloth to go over the top. It's a like beige ruffled tablecloth in a way. I currently have a gray runner, which I really do like, but I wanted something a little bit more girly and dainty feeling, so we're gonna see if this works. I do have to run and go get Mia first from school, so when I come back we will go ahead and do the mock setup. I have everything brought out from the garage, including baskets, my bamboo stand, my pegboard, and then we also have the new tablecloths that we're going to be trying out, inventory, crates, and everything. So we're going to go ahead and start with the table first. So this is the new tablecloth. It's supposed to drape all the way down to the floor. I have a very fitted tablecloth that I've been using in the past. However, it leaves an arch and you can still see the boxes and stuff, like my bags underneath the table, and that's not my favorite. So I'm hoping that this new option will be what I'm looking for. It's also supposed to have an opening in the back. So let's see if this is actually what I got and how this works. It's very thick. It says there was 4 pieces. So I don't know if that's 4 tablecloths. I also don't like how this is like wrinkly, and I wonder if I'll have to iron it all the time, because that's not ideal. Okay, I already don't know if I even like this or not. It's very wrinkly, which means I'll have to probably iron it. And the way the material is, it's not sleek. Like, it feels heavy duty, but also it was supposed to have an opening in the back where it was like completely cut out in the back so you could fully see your inventory without having to lift anything up. And that's not actually the case at all. This is the other side, so it's not cut out at all. I don't think it's going to work out. But I want to see what this looks like. I don't know what to think about that. I'm glad that I did this little trial, because I wouldn't even know if I liked this, and then I would have wasted time at the market setup. Let's take this off. Let's put on the actual tablecloth. I think I do like this a lot better with the ruffle. I think it just gives it more definition that this is here. I think I'll just have to be okay that you can kind of see the, like, what I store under here. I mean, I've been okay with it for the last 2 years. It'll be okay. Unless I can find something else that I like, but I think that where it touched the ground, the tablecloth touched the ground, I just didn't like how that looked. So I don't know. I'm going to keep setting up things and we'll see the final look. I will need to iron this at least probably once to get the ruffle definition, but we're going to leave it like this for now. let's go ahead and set up crates and see how we want things to look. I do only want one table for setup, so we'll see how that works. I get my crates from Michael's, and I think I want to do like a corner situation where it's stacked. And I think I'll put my stuff where I'm sitting here. So maybe we'll put this like this and this one here. And we'll put the house here. And then we can keep stacking on, possibly. I think there's one more, there's two more crates, okay. Okay, maybe. Now, I truly don't know what's going to go into these crates just yet. We're just going to put them up there. And then I have baskets as well. So in this black tote, I keep all of my table decoration. So my tablecloths are in here, a couple stands, my greenery. This keeps my faux scrunchies, another shelf, a pegboard. So all my stuff in all of my baskets and signs, they stay in this basket. So this basket gets pretty heavy. But we're going to take out some decor and then set this up. I actually remember that I'm going to be having my checkout stand over here so I can fill the whole table. So I think I will do one more crate. Here, let's put this here. See if we can put this here. That might be okay. I don't know, we'll see. If we have something small enough, we could put it here. I don't have a blanket to use a blanket on the little ladder. I picked this up from, oh gosh, where did I get this from? I believe Hobby Lobby. It was like a mini little ladder. And I usually drape it up against my crates with a blanket here, even if it's just like folded over, but I don't have one currently, so I won't be using this weekend. I also don't think I have any beanies, but we'll see. I'm not using these tablecloths because we have this one this time. Here's the pegs. And then I have baskets that I would like to use this time around, like big baskets. I want to put a basket here. I don't know if these will stay here or not. Well, we'll just put some things. This could be like a cute little in place to put something. And then I don't know, we might get like another tray. I have this little basket, but this would kind of look cute on my bamboo shelf. We have our greenery. I'll just drape this around here. Okay. And then I also have this that we could maybe put in here. And we'll see. We'll see if that works out like that. I have no idea. Honestly, whenever I set up my booth, I just kind of lay out in the layout that I think will work. And then it's all kind of just trial and error of where you want things to go based on the inventory that you brought. So some things we may add, some things we may take away. I'm not 100% sure until we just start placing items there. And the plan is to have this here, I think. We can put the other basket. I like to put this one here. And we have this one on this shelf. We'll balance it out. And then something at the bottom. Okay, that looks really cute, actually. I like that a lot. Okay, let's fill it with inventory and see if it will work out. We could probably put them here so that they are displayed a little bit better. Okay, so what I was thinking for this little tiny basket is to put the little bees, just because it's small and shallow. I only have 5 bees anyway, but then you can definitely see that there are bees in here and they're not hiding. So we're gonna put bees in here. I picked up this little basket at a little thrift store that our town has in the end of January, and it was just so cute. It was in like a little vintage booth. I think this basket, I want to really show off the the dolls, like the bunny dolls. So I thought about putting them in this basket, but I also think that I could fit more into like this basket, but again, they don't stand up, so it's actually really hard. I don't know if we take away a basket, if we just put it on the table, how that would look. I actually kind of really like that. So let's just kind of squish them together so that we have some more space. And then I think in this basket, this basket has the pegs. I think we'll do hatching carrots for this one, as there's so many of them. And there's 6 bunny eggs, and then I can refill if we need to, so we'll put that there. The cuddle critters have their own, I actually may put them, well, they actually really go here, and I may put the rattle sets in here. I haven't decided, but there's more somewhere. And then in this one, I wanted the little baby bunnies to go in here because there's 4 of them, but I may honestly only have the 3 out. Where's the other one? Oh, here she is. And then we have this one with the pink. Let's separate these out so that okay. We have the bunnies in here. Usually I put the hatching chicks down here, but that's not going to work this time, so because you can't see them with the bunnies, I'll put Fable Friends in here. I usually like them in this little basket because they can be set up and seen. I think Morrison Moose is so big that he's going to go at the bottom. And then this one is going to be hung up on the pegboard. And I haven't decided where I'll put the bear. I think she could look like really cute up here. She looks so cute up there actually. And then, I don't know, I need to see what other inventory I have in the other bag. So she may end up being with hatching chicks here, because there's not that many of them. So I don't want them to have like an entire shelf or something. We have the Coda Kitty, and since they sit, I may put them up here so that it gives some more dimension. There's like a cat and a mouse. That's funny. A cat and a mouse are together. But one easy knock and then they're knocked over. So that won't be so fun. But we may end up putting them in here actually. Okay, let's look in the other bag and see what else we have. This is just extras. Here are the other Fable Friends. I only have mice and a chicken and a bird. But because I have 2 gray mice, I want to make it symmetrical. So I'm going to put them over here. I think I'll put the white mouse in the middle. We'll put the bluebird here. Actually, but then we have two whites with the chicken. Think about that. I really like how the shelf is coming together. I have some more cuddle critters. Here is a duck and a cow. Here's a pig and a chicken. So we're gonna put these in here and switch some things out. I don't know exactly where the rattle is gonna go because I don't have very many rattles. I only have a couple of the mallard rattles. We have the chickens, which we can put in our little chicken shed. Also, I get a lot of questions about this chicken coop. It is a Hobby Lobby find from 2023, so it's no longer there. I look every time that I go to see if there's something else similar. They have like a cute little barn. It's like a white barn that I think that you could use, but it opens up and it's completely open, so it's not exactly like this at all. Also, you can find something similar on Oak and Marlowe's blog. She has like a little DIY tutorial for a house similar, so you could do that. But this house is not easily, like, you can't find it. When Cameron announced her chicken coop that she got, I think everyone literally ran to Hobby Lobby to find a chicken coop, I included, because it was just so cute. And now it's like a staple that I always have to have because it holds the chickens so well and displays them. And everyone compliments how cute the little wooden house is with the hens, and they say that it's their own little coop. So usually I have the chickens here, and then I will usually put the hatching chicks in the bottom down here because it's really hard to get another row of chickens at the bottom without completely squeezing them in, and the eggs cover them anyway. So usually I'll line up the chicks here and then the chickens, and people will match and pick their little chicken with their chicks. This time it's gonna go here. We just have some odds and end things. I have this bear, which I think is so cute, but he's been around for a minute and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the color or that he just stays in this sitting position because his legs don't move, but I think he's really, really cute and sweet. I really like him. So we'll just see how he does this time around this year. And then I have some chubby mallards, which I didn't get a chance to make more, but that's okay. So I'm gonna put the chubby mallards here. Most of this inventory is odds and ends because I pulled my items from the boutique. I think we'll put this levy right here so then it's still with mallards. Okay, so I still have a little bit of spots to fill in a few of the Bitty Ollie octopus. So I'm gonna put these in here. And then I have these woodland animals that we could put in here. They might honestly just go right here with this guy. I think down here I'll also put my clearance bin because I have several items that need to go within the clearance bin. Here is my clearance bin. I had Priscilla from Pretty in Paint make me this cute little sign after she showed hers. It just clips to my basket here, so I could take it off and put it on a different basket, but this is usually the clearance basket that I use. And I think I'm going to put it down here in this little spot. And that way it fills up the space with the moose and clears out some inventory. So let's go ahead and do that. I think these are the items that I'm going to put in my clearance bin. These are items that I've had for a while or an entire year. And also hopefully people don't mistake that the moose is clearance because it's on the shelf, but that only the items within the basket are clearance. So we'll see how that goes. I've had these cute little bookworms since last year in the spring when I used them for my little bookworm idea with Raven Jade Co. But she doesn't sell, and a lot of people actually think she's an alien. She unties, so she could be like a cute little fidget. But I don't know. I have 3 of these. I made 2 in this lime green and 1 in this variegated green. My daughter thinks that the lime green is her favorite. They have not sold at all. I priced them for $14 each because they did take like 30 minutes to make. And so I don't know. This chicken, oh my gosh, I've had forever since I was pattern testing the Farm Cuddle Critters. She is huge. Like, I don't know how people got this so small, but mine came out like jumbo enormous, especially compared to the littles. Like, let me get a little. She is jumbo enormous compared to the little mini one. So now when I do the Farm Cuddle Critters, I only make the mini size. They sell the best for me, especially whenever I do the sleepy eyes and make them rattles. I just put rattle inserts inside. But I only made like a few of the bigger ones, and I think like I had a duck and a chicken only, just because they were just so big and I couldn't, I don't know, my tension was definitely a lot looser back then, so I think that plays a big part in it. There's not gaps or anything in it, but it's just definitely different than what I crochet now. So anyway, she's in the clearance bin because I've just had her for almost 2 years now. The fox is the same way. I can't sell this fox. The other fox sold in the color terracotta, but this woodland sand color is usually very popular for me with fox. And I don't know if it's just something about this style fox or not, but she's having a hard time selling. And then also the rainbow fish, I made 6 of these. This summer will be 2 years. I made 6 of these fish, and I have still 2 left. So I've only sold 4 in 2 years. I think this fish is an amazing like idea because it's a great thing to make whenever you are just have like leftover yarn, like to stash bust. But for whatever reason, they just aren't a big hit in my area. So they don't sell very well for me. I don't know if they sell well for you or not. We still have some inventory left in the bag. We still have a horse, a little cauliflower. We still have a puppy who is so cute. What else do we have? We still have a cactus in here. Some of it just doesn't go with the spring vibes right now, and so it's just gonna have to wait or be used when inventory clears out. This probably needs to go out though because it's a cute little bunny lovey. This is my last one left. These sold actually really well for me this last year, so I need to make some more. Wouldn't it be so cute if one of these was like hugging it like a little lovey itself? I'll have to see if I can make that work. Okay, I think that's really cute with it looking like it hugs the little bunny snuggler. Okay, so I think I have the booth how I want it. Let me flip the camera around so I can show you what the booth looks like close up so you can see what the market would look like at my first market of 2026. Okay, here is the overview look of it. I will also have my pegboard and have the pegboard next to me so it like pans around in like a half circle. I really do like the bunnies here in the basket, and I think it keeps it really symmetrical with having a wooden basket here and a wooden basket down here. I think that looks really nice. And then we have the mallards, the hatching bunnies. I do really like how the doll lovey bubs are here laying down. And then we have the cuddle critters. I probably need to make one more booty at least and put it here so it doesn't look empty, or I could hang my scrunchies up here because I don't have a spot to put my faux fur scrunchies. That could be kind of cute. But we have the opal mason cup cozies. This was the last little bit that I kind of put together. I forgot I had this plant here, and it's interchangeable, it comes out. And then the 3 octopus. We have the hatching chicks and the bear and the woodland cuddle critters, some mini plushies and chickens. And then I did find a hat, so we put this here. I almost feel like it blends too much in with the flowers, but it'll be fine. It fills the gap so it looks full. And yeah, that is what I think it'll look like. Let me show you the little tiered stand. We put a couple of the cup cozies here. I really like the basket of bees, my Fable friends here, and then you guys already saw the bottom. So overall, I'm glad that one table will work for the market, and I think that this will work out just fine. But I think that as you are planning your market and how you want your table to look, to just think about cohesiveness and layering your displays so that you have a nice stack that will draw people in. People will be able to see that far away. Keep things balanced. We just have 2 trays here, but then our bub dolls. But then we balanced it out by putting 2 baskets here. Same thing here with our rack. We had a basket here, so it wouldn't make sense to put a basket right here, which is why I moved the basket over here. So keeping this symmetrical and cohesive also works as well. It might even be nice to put the clearance basket on this side, like switch these two, because the basket is already here and it draws your eye to another basket. So that would kind of make it like hop around with your eyesight. So we may play around and do that if we switch around. I need to take pictures so I remember the layout of this, and this will cut down so much time when I'm setting up because I can just refer back to my picture and see how I like things. But I think this will work out really great, especially with one table. And I do really like this ruffled, so I'm glad that I tried this out. Here is the snugglers that we have for the market. We have a cute little monkey. We have a puppy. We have a little chicken here. Another hat. We have this cow levy with overalls. This frog. We have the raccoon. We have a little bear. We have a dinosaur. I love this dinosaur. It is so sweet and so cute. And then we have the bigger snugglers like Una the unicorn, this bear. Clearly, I guess I have a bear obsession. And the deer down here as well. So all of these will be hung up and or rotated out for the market. And yeah, so let me put this away and then I'll check back in with you guys. Okay guys, we are all done with the mock setup. I put everything away. I took pictures. I took a little video. Hopefully I can use some of the pictures also for social media. So it was also helpful to just document where everything will be for the market, but also be able to still use those images and video possibly for something in the future with social media, which will be really handy. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. It was really nice to see how my market booth might look and how I want it set up. It's already helped relieve some anxiety and stress that I've had towards what my table will look like, because even though I know what my inventory was at the end of the year, gathering my crochet items from the boutiques, I've kind of forgotten things that were left over, what I had, how it would look like together. So this was really helpful in order to set up my market so that when I set it up on Friday afternoon, I can just quickly set it up exactly how we did it together, and it will take a lot less time than if I was just doing it like I did today in my driveway. Also, even though I wasn't able to crochet as much as I had hoped for, I still think that I will have a really good amount of inventory for people to pick from and look through, and I still think it looks amazing. So I'm still really proud of myself. My goal for inventory was a little over 2,000, so we made it almost halfway with $912 of inventory worth that I just prepped. So this is your reminder to give yourself some grace. If you're unsure of how things will look, set it up, do a little mock setup. You'll be so thankful that you did in the end. And hopefully my tips and tricks will help you with your booth setup in the future if you're doing a market or you have a market coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.